my narrative based on my sexual trauma at 8 was vulnerability is dangerous. After I did my EMDR work and my therapy work.
Come on, EMDR.
Let's go.
Changed my life.
Changed my life too.
Man.
After I did that work, my line now is that vulnerability is my superpower. The subtext is I am vulnerable at the expense of other people's comfort.
That's good.
You ask me how my day going, you gonna know.
That's good.
Don't ask me, because I'm gonna tell you. And if you can't, that's too much information.
Yeah.
You can go. So when let me break it down practically, okay? Then we'll just let this breathe. All right, so you meet somebody new. Okay, you got burned before you meet somebody new. How do I know if I can trust them? Tell them something. Tell them something about you that they were never going to know unless you told them. But make sure it's inconsequential enough that if it winds up getting out, you don't care. And let it marinate for like 3 or 4 months. See what happens with it. You know what I'm saying? I punched a dude in the mouth when I was 8 for, talking about my mama. Well, how you feel about that? Okay, cool. I had premarital sex. A lot. Let's see how you deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to at least put yourself out there and just see, can this person contain me? Can they hold space for me? Can they still love me if they learn something about me that's not just happy, happy, joy, joy?
And you got to be comfortable with you so that you can find comfort in other people. You not comfortable with yourself. You keep denying the reality that you did the things you did or the things that happened to you. And so you can't. How can you find yourself comfortable in the context of a community who embrace you and love you despite what you've done or what you've experienced when you haven't even reconciled within yourself that you have value, worth, infinite purpose despite what's happened to you?
Okay, so the way I would like to synthesize this one, Lecrae, is by saying you cannot like me if you don't like you.
Boy.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Because you don't like yourself.
Eating some popcorn on that one.
You don't even like you. How can you like me? You don't like you. And if I'm vulnerable and authentic, you're going to like yourself even less. Because now true and false is trying to have a relationship.
Yep.
And real recognize real.
Boy,
you can't fake authenticity. Listen, okay, if this is prideful, I submit myself to my accountability group right now, okay? Right. You can't copy this podcast. I hope people are inspired to do podcasts and be real and authentic, but there's no formula that has made this do what it's done. There is authenticity here that has been built off, at this point, 25 years of counseling and therapy as a client.
Wow.
I'm not a psychologist. I don't have no PhD. I don't have a master's. I have a high school diploma and half a semester of Bible college.
Talk that talk.
That's my life. If you want to know my education, where is this guy's education from? Nowhere.
Jesus went to Harvard.
That's hilarious. Jesus went to Harvard. So I am the product of my experiences. That's all I can bring to me. You can't fake this. So the reason why it hits, don't try to look for the algorithmic formula. I wonder how he gets and how did his Instagram, and then how did he get that many subscribers on you? The only thing I have to give is authenticity and vulnerability.
That's it.
That's the only thing I got.
Yep.
And you can't fake this.
That's good.
So when you step into a relationship, if somebody's not willing to bring authenticity and vulnerability from their side, and you bring it from your side, it'll chase them off.
That's it.
Because they're not prepared.
Real.
They're not ready.
They're
not ready.
Authentic with their own selves.
Yeah, they're not ready.
And that's the crazy part about it is, for me, it's like, that is, like you said, that's your superpower. That is the connectivity piece for me as an artist. I'm not looking for a hit. I'm not striving to figure out what that thing is that, oh, I know if I just put this here and that there and this here, I'm just being obedient and being real and saying the things that a lot of people are afraid to say.